and how much fun he's had this season. I'm curious from your perspective, what you've taken away from being his teammate and just what you've seen from him as a player.
My main thing is just how good of a person that he is. Just besides his ability to play football and to run the ball, it's just him just being a good person. Outside of that, he's always having a smile on his face. He's always dapping up the guys, always trying to, give us encouraging words before we're going out there on the field. So just as a leader and as a captain, regardless if he have a C on his chest or not, he's definitely a captain in my eyes. And just seeing what he has done for this team and boosting this team and, him running the ball, it's definitely been a great pickup for us. Yeah, just played a little bit differently from the first half to the second half. But just like it is always, we never really expect exactly, how they're going to come out and play. We might have a guess, or we might have ability. Like we might think what they, idea. Thank you. Jeez, an idea of what they're going to run, but there's just so many different teams that played us totally different. Whenever we step out there on that field, we never really know exactly what's going to happen.
So where does this Packers-Vikings game rank in terms of mistakes, in terms of all the games that you played against them?
Just on the competition in our division, it's definitely high. Just especially with us, still competing for the number one spot. Detroit is still a dominant team. Green Bay is also still a dominant team as well as us. So this year has definitely been crazy. Just to see the talent that we have on our side of the division, and but these last two games are definitely big for us. But just going against Green Bay, everybody know we hate them and they hate us. The fans know. Just the whole rivalry in general is something to get juiced up about. So I definitely rank this one high, pretty high.
Just before Sam threw that touchdown late, the play before, you got a little banged up, limping around. Just what have you learned about his toughness in those moments where he just always seems to bounce back?
Yeah. There was a couple of times throughout the year that he got banged up a little bit, got up, limped around. And during those times, I was a little concerned. But now, not at all. Just seeing, just his ability to, him coming up and limping around and still being able to step up in the pocket and still make a dime throw on that last touchdown. So it's something that I'm kind of expecting from him to be tough and to bounce back from those little injuries that he might have at that time. But he's a soldier, man. He's a warrior. Just seeing the things that he has been doing for us, extending the plays, extending the drives, getting us those first downs, and he's definitely been on the road. I'm excited to see what he do for these next two games, which is really big for us.
What's it been like for you to play with a guy who can extend plays like this and adjusting?
Yeah, it's different. Kirk was mobile, but not as mobile as Sam. Just being able to move in the pocket as well as Sam does, and just still being able to look downfield and make those throws. Sam has a very strong arm, and just his ability to run and still being able to throw on the run, it's been helping a lot for us, just extending those plays, extending those drives. I feel like those scramble drills lead up to those big plays and us getting those big opportunities. That's a good question. I feel like just everybody just kind of bought into the system, bought into the game plan, and I feel like at the beginning of the season, you never really know how the season is really going to turn out. You might have some ideas on how it's going to go, or some expectations on how it's going to go. But once you are really out there and you're going head to head with those guys that's right next to you, and you're coming out on top, you're making those big plays, having turnovers. We're having those drives where things look easy sometimes. So just seeing that all come into play, and eventually you're going to think, oh, okay, we actually got something here. We actually can go far. So it's just about everybody being on the same page, and everybody wanting to go far and wanting to do something. So I feel like that is the main difference in this year. And the main thing is everybody is together. Everybody's fighting for one another. There's no bickering. There's no complaining. There's no drama that's going on this team. I feel like everybody is just bought into the system, bought into the game plan, and everybody wants to win.
Along those lines, what role do you think KO has played in all that, what you're talking about?
A big role. Every coach is different. Every coach has a different system, a different saying that they have, a different way that they teach, and a different way that they coach. But just the way that the KO coaches, and his ability to connect with the players, and to be a player's coach. That's the difference about him. Just having that 1-0 mentality, just thinking one game at a time, just not thinking about playoffs right now. Not thinking about Super Bowl right now. We're thinking about Green Bay. We're thinking about this week and what we can do to change this week. So that's the main thing, and I feel like it's working very well for everyone.
It seems like all of you have liked that message, that 1-0 this week message. Like, why does that resonate with you guys so much?
I just feel like, especially with this league, and especially with the amount of games that we have, so many people are just so focused on next week, so focused on, all right, let's think about the next opponent, rather than just thinking about what we can do right now, what we can do today instead of tomorrow. So it's just all about just buying into the system, coming out here and practice, and working our butt off every single day. We have all of these motions, having all of these different plays that we do on our offense. They don't come easily. We don't just say, all right, here, let's just run these and we're scoring touchdowns. We actually have to come out here, walk through those plays 2-3 times a play. So it just the preparation that we have in going into the game, during the week is very top tier, I can say. I love any competition, regardless of if it's Green Bay or if I'm playing the #1 corner in the league. I'm always going to be prepared to go out there and play my best ball, regardless of who's out there. I always say I love these type of games, though, but the games that you really need, the games that are excited for everyone to watch. I love those type of games. I love those moments that everybody is prepared and looking for me to make a play, and that's exactly what I'm expected to do.
A couple more for Justin. Justin, one more about KO. Just what was it like for you to see him get a game ball in the locker room?
It was well deserved. Seeing what he has done for this team, the different people that's coming in and out of this building, the coaches that we have on this team. Is just everybody is drawn in, man. Just look at these quarterbacks, man. Just they're dialed in, man. Just seeing the things that they're doing to be prepared for these games, and to be prepared for these big moments like this. We have the easy jobs. We're going out there running around and just catching the ball. They actually have to call the plays. They actually have to know everything that's going on. So for them to stay after and to get this extra work, and that makes us feel a little bit more confident, going into the game, with our quarterback dialed in and knowing everything that's going on.
What's it been like for you to add kind of your flavor to some of the routes you run? I mean, there's like a base route and you kind of modify it a little bit, but it stays within the system.
Yeah, that's what makes me me. I can say, if I was running it regular, then I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be Jets. So it's just I always got to add on my own little touch to it. I'll never do too much. I'll never, make it out of the ordinary for me to do, and mess up the timing for Sam. Anything that I do out here on this field, I'm gonna most likely imitate it out there on that field to make sure that the timing is right. Sam knows exactly where I'm gonna be at exact time, at exact spot. So I might put that flavor into it, but Sam is going to see that flavor well before Sunday.
Justin, when you guys think about home field advantage, how much does, or if any, does the way the production of the game at US Bank Stadium, when they've got all the special effects and bring you guys out of the tunnel with the lights out on, how much does that help set the home field advantages to create the vibe that helps it make it a tough place for other teams to play?
Yeah, I feel like it gets the juices flowing for the fans, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a show. We're giving the fans a show. So, the lights, the music, just all of that stuff just plays a part. And for those fans to be screaming as loud as, we want them to be. So just as long as they're dialed in to the game, we're giving something for them to cheer about. We're making those plays. We're getting those turnovers. They're always going to be into the game the way we want them to be. I mean, we have one of the best fans, if not the best fan base in all the NFL. So to see that they come out every single game and cheer for us the way they do, and to see how loud it really gets in that US Bank Stadium, I feel like anybody that comes in here from the opposite team, they definitely have an impact on the opposite team whenever they leave here. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, obviously. Well, first of all, Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everyone here. Obviously you got the Pat coming in. Great opponent, playoff opponent. Really good defense. Great scheme. They fly around. Got really good players. Pretty much good everywhere. Good on the back end. Good linebackers. Good defensive line. So we're excited for the challenge, and we'll be ready to roll.
Sam, what does it mean to you to be in a position where you're playing meaningful games late in the season? And particularly, you mentioned division rival with consequences for both teams.
For sure, yeah. It's it's fun. It's fun to be able to play, big time football. To be able to play meaningful games towards the end of the season. But we're looking at it as just going 1-0. That's our whole mindset. This entire season, it's been our whole mindset, and we're just going to continue to have that throughout this whole week.
Over this summer, you mentioned a friend of yours who's a Packers fan is excited that you came here. Is he no longer excited?
Yeah, I think, because he reached out to me that week. He's probably not going to reach out to me this week. Hopefully, for him, he's thinking maybe that'll change something. No, but he's a great buddy. So hopefully he'll reach out. But if not, I wouldn't be surprised.
What sense did you get of what this rivalry meant to the fan base and before coming here, and then what have you learned about it?
Yeah, obviously it's just the entire NFC North, man, is it's a incredible kind of rivalries or bitterness, I guess you could say, and it's awesome, man, to be able to run into Packers fans. And I'm not gonna lie, they're nice and everything, but when you start to talk about football, they're not shy about speaking their mind about who they think the better team is. So it's just fun, man. It makes everything more fun, makes the game more fun. That's the reason we play. Is because of the fans and how much energy they bring towards the sport that we play, and it's just makes it that much more fun.
Sam, KO was talking the other day about when it looks like you get hurt on the field, he can talk in your headset, asking if you're okay.
Yeah.
You give him a thumbs up. Like, what are those moments like for you? Like, how do you decide that you are good enough to keep going back in?
Yeah, it's if it's something that I've been dealing with for the past however many weeks. I know that the pain's going to kind of subside, and I'm able to just give him a thumbs up and let him know that I'm good. That's pretty much it, man. And I'm smart enough to know, like, if something does happen, just go down on the ground, whether it's serious or not. Just just go down and we'll figure it out. The refs will stop it. Other than 2 minute, obviously. But that's kind of the if something does happen like that, which hopefully it doesn't. That's kind of the game plan for that.
Is that just something, like, going back to even when you first started playing the position, that, like, you're going to have to play through some games?
Oh, for sure, especially with the schedule, and we're just going to continue to play more games. The more that we stay in this league, and it's fun, man. It's awesome to be able to play this game for as long as we do, and but that's part of it, is you're going to be dealing with stuff throughout the season, and that's just our job. That's part of the job, is to take care of your body throughout the week so that you're ready to go on Sunday.
We asked Justin a little bit about the flavor he puts on the routes.
Mm-hmm.
How is it like working with him every week? He said you see it out here before you see it on game day, but in terms of the guy putting his own flavor on routes,
Yeah, I think for Jets, like that's the biggest thing is, for him to be able to come out here during practice and have those reps and have those very game-like reps out in practice, like to be able to feel that as a quarterback is so important. And, a lot of guys don't necessarily want to run full speed and they don't want to, break necessarily like they would in the game. But for him to be able to come out here and do that in practice, it obviously helps me as a quarterback to be able to feel his body language.
In your experience, do a lot of receivers kind of have their own take on things or something unique in that way?
Yeah, it's different. The way they get in and out of cuts, everyone's different, man. And especially guys like Jets, guys like J.A., really everyone on our team, TJ, the way that they're able to get in and out of cuts, everyone's different, and it just takes reps to get used to it.
And how much do you think Justin's intensity like that in practice sets it?
Yeah, it's huge. It's his intensity during practice, and just the way that he comes out here every single day and walkthroughs in practice. Just his intention. It's contagious.
Sam, Aaron was talking about how important it was for him to go over 1,000 yards. I guess I'm curious about how just he's helped you and playing off him has helped you throughout the season.
Yeah, Aaron's been obviously huge, not just for me, but for our entire team. To be able to run the way that he's running, the aggression / agility that he has when he runs, that kind of style, where he can run through you, he can also run by you and juke you. So there's a lot of things that you gotta come prepared with as a defender when you're going against a back like Aaron, and it makes my job that much easier.
What has his impact been as a leader? What have you learned about him as a person?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I mean, you just get the same thing every single day. He's going to come in here, have a great attitude, pick up the game plan every single week. If he's got questions, he's going to ask me if I got questions on a certain route that he's running. Just the dialogue every single day that we have, not only about football stuff, but off the field things as well. Like it's incredible to have him as a teammate.
Are there certain things that came to fruition when you first walked in, putting them together, and going back to what you saw?
Yeah, obviously, you have a little bit of time to think about that. Our lockers being right next to each other. It's special to be able to come in here with someone and talk about, a certain vision that you have, what you kind of want this team to be, and, how you envision the season going. There's all those things at the beginning of the year, and then to be able to come out here and just do what we do, man. Just be able to take it one at a time, one game at a time. Really one day at a time. That's the biggest thing, and for us to have that mindset and have a lot of guys on this team have a similar mindset, it's special.
He gives out a lot of game balls, but what was it like to see Brian O'Neill get one to KO the other day?
It was awesome. I think KO might have deserved one before that as well. I know that was his first one of the season, but yeah, I mean, just the way that KO approaches every single week, the way that he gets us ready. And the way that he, not only calls plays on game day, but the way that he keeps things very relaxed on game day. It helps me go out there and play loose, free, and yeah.
KO's mantra has kind of been the 1-0 each week.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like that's resonated with a lot of you guys. Why has that kind of been important?
Yeah, I mean, it's because, you get out here every single week, it feels the same. But when you think about just going 1-0, and it's not only just going 1-0 on Sunday, it's going 1-0 every single day, and just, having a great Thursday practice, being locked in on third downs, certain calls that we're making, all these things that are going on, like being locked into what's going on and not necessarily thinking about what's going to happen on Sunday, just being locked into, okay, what do we have to do today? That's kind of what that means, and I feel like a lot of the guys in that locker room resonate with it because we all share a similar mindset, and we truly just want what's best for the team. Yep.
Best view.
Good. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks,